Hello and welcome to a quick exploration of Pearson Packaging Systems. My name is Suzanne Roeder and I'm the Director of Marketing. Today I want to answer two important questions for you. When should you consider Pearson and allow us to qualify ourselves for your automation project? And when is Pearson the right choice for you? Manufacturing is a big space with automation opportunities across the entire spectrum. And with hundreds of players, I can only imagine how difficult it must be for you to know who does what and how well. I only have to know our competitors, and that's challenging enough. So let's start at the highest level, and from there we'll drill into the niche Pearson Packaging occupies. Within the manufacturing space, there are four main subsections: production, processing, packaging, and distribution. Pearson operates within the packaging. Within packaging, there's primary and secondary packaging. Pearson provides equipment for secondary packaging. So when the granola bar is in its wrapper or the milk in a carton, and you now have to figure out how to get these products into a case to ship it to your customers. Within secondary packaging, you have the option of using cartons or thin chipboard, corrugated fiberboard, mainly used for shipping boxes, and heat or shrink wrap. Pearson's expertise is focused on corrugated fiberboard. Within corrugated packaging, products can be loaded into the case from the bottom, the top, or the side. Pearson is exclusively handling top-loaded applications. However, within that space, we're your end-to-end supplier from erecting your cases or bliss boxes, loading the product, sealing the cases, and palletizing them. When it comes to box forming, we erect open or closed top, shelf-ready, and bliss boxes, and we do so with glue or tape. Moving on to packing, our core competency revolves around flexible and semi-rigid product because that's when top loading really shines. It is the ideal loading technique for bags, pouches, or flow wrap products as it allows us to gently pick and place it into the container, shingle or interleaf the product, which is really hard to accomplish with the other loading techniques. But we have also handled many tray and carton applications. We can then, of course, seal all the cases and bliss boxes we previously erected. And when it comes to palletizing, we have handled a broad spectrum of products from cases to totes, bags, and drums. And since we're focused on end-to-end solutions, we also offer turnkey solutions. In fact, we have a separate business unit called Pearson System Solutions Group that handles complex integration projects that generally require not just project, but also site management. And since pictures are worth 1,000 words, I'm going to be quiet for now and let you watch a quick video highlighting all the capabilities we just discussed. Okay, so now that you know for what automation applications Pearson is a good candidate, let's dive into what makes Pearson special and when we are the right choice for your needs. But before we do so, I want to quickly go over some basic stats, simply to let you know that when you stack us up against our competition, no matter what, we're a safe choice. We have been in business over 65 years with robotic integration experience for the past 30. By now, we have deployed over 21,000 machines. The primary industries we serve are food and beverage, personal care, household and industrial chemicals, and distribution and warehousing, including e-commerce. We were one of the first companies to adopt PACML as a standardized programming language, so you can expect that for all of our machines. We are standardized on Allen Bradley for our PLCs and FANUC for our robots. We are a FANUC certified service provider, which means we can service the robots in our machines ourselves, and you don't need to call in a separate resource. As you can see on the map, we have manufacturing locations on the east and west coast, one in Ashland, Virginia, and headquarters is in Spokane, Washington. The little orange Pearson dots that you see all over the map indicate where our field service technicians have their home base. But we also regularly deploy in-house technicians and have a robust remote service support team. So when it comes to service support, you can definitely count on us 24/7. So let's explore when Pearson offers you unique benefits. First off, when you're looking for a single source supplier, as we discussed earlier, you can rely on us for your entire end of line, from erecting all the way to palletizing and integration. What does that mean for you? Well, you only have to deal with one contact and one throat to choke in case something doesn't quite go as planned. But in all seriousness, it does save you a lot of time, resources, and a lot of finger pointing. If you need to support a 24/7 high-volume operation, look to Pearson as well. Both our machine designs and our service support are optimized for that environment where downtime is not just extremely expensive, but also poses a threat to fulfilling your daily throughput requirements. For that reason, a lot of advanced features are standard on the machines. We don't want you to have to upgrade, but instead get a reliable and easy-to-use machine right from the get-go. Remote access is a great example. If it's an upgrade, you may opt against it. But since it comes with the machine and all of a sudden you need to take advantage of it, you'll be glad you have it. The next situation centers around the machine users. Do you spend too much time training your operators on setup, fault clearing, or changeover? Or does your maintenance team have to do the changeover? If you have high operator turnover or deal with language barriers, our intuitive HMI can really help you out. What we call our user-centric design is truly what it says it is. In an iterative process, we observed users and optimized the machine and HMI around their struggles and physical limitations. Now you find highly graphical instructions, the navigation is simplified, and interactions on screen are already familiar because they are modeled after common website design principles. Did you ever need a piece of equipment fast? In general, I would say our lead times are very competitive on all of our equipment, but for case erectors and sealers, we can deliver in as little as 30 days. We call it our streamlined lead time program, which is based on limiting customization options and having a stocking agreement in place with our suppliers. But you don't have to worry about the limited options. There are still about 200 options per machine to choose from, which basically covers about 80% of all applications we have ever been asked to accommodate. The last point I want to address could be a real showstopper for you. You need to automate, but you don't have CapEx available. Maybe the current pandemic put all spending on hold, other projects received the funding but not yours. Whatever the reason may be, we can help you. A large portion of our portfolio is also available as machine as a service. That means you don't pay for the machine because we retain the ownership. You don't pay for the installation, initial training, or any spare parts for the life of the machine. You simply pay per erected, sealed, or palletized case, which now makes it an operating expense. It is a risk-free program because you're not tied to any minimum case output or certain amount of years in service like a lease would. You use it as much as you need it for as long as you need it. You really have ultimate flexibility, and while the per case price might be a bit higher than if you bought the machine directly, it is very reasonable. And don't forget, in this model, if the machine doesn't run, we don't get paid. As I said, it's a highly flexible and no-risk purchase option. With this, I want to wrap it up, and I hope I leave you with a good idea of what Pearson offers and when you should absolutely allow us to bid for your business. Now I'd like to say thank you, and I look forward to hearing about your end-of-line automation projects.